Welcome back to the morning show on XL7 TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zadora. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Valentine's Day.
What you got going on here?
Linda wanted it. So-
Linda wanted it for Valentine's
She
Day.
did. Well, I don't know about that, but it doesn't look too bad on there. Okay. I wasn't quite sure how it was going to work out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Zadora.
Scruffy, that's good.
Scruffy.
That's good. Scruffy. Can we start this again?
No, we started
No,
right
we're
now.
started already. Okay,
Yeah.
we're good. We're going forward.
We're live.
We're going. We're live. How you been?
I've been feeling good this last week.
Good. Good. That's very important.
Hopefully that's a new trend. and it'll stay
Yeah,
that
right,
way.
right. He's a little clogged up over there, but
Yeah, he stays that way.
well, that's what you get with people rolling in and out of here. Especially, there's been a number of health issues throughout town, and people are.
All that, and you talk around like the schools and stuff, they got a lot of sick.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it. So it's just going around.
Sure, it's winter.
Yep, that time of year.
Speaking of winter and cold weather, how's it affected the real estate business?
Not a lot. People are still calling, looking for information, making plans for the spring, making plans to come down, wanting to see, what's available now. How do you think things will be then? Probably the biggest hurdle right now that we're still going through is just people trying to get over the interest rates, and it's really, really close to 7. Some are over 7, but it's just what it is. It's not going to come down. I mean, the rate of inflation, the numbers the other day weren't particularly good. Yeah, I know he's only been in for 3 weeks, a month, whatever it's been, but it's still a fact of business that inflation is. Mortgage rates, 10-year note, which is based on, long-term investment, and people worry about inflation. And I'm not sure what's going on with some of the tariff talk and things like that. Some of it's scare tactics, but some people get scared with that. And, they're not sure what's this going to mean to my job. They see people getting laid off in Washington, kind of cleaning house. How is that going to affect me? The stipends I get from the government, and they haven't done a real good job of telling people what's going to stay instead of just constantly beating up what's going to go. I think that a little calming would probably be a good thing. That's just my opinion. But people are, they're still, houses are still selling. They're not selling at the rate they were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, obviously, but
And
they're
hopefully
still.
we don't ever see that again.
Exactly. We don't want to see it get to that point again. We don't want to see people buying stuff that they've never seen. We don't want to see people, they all want to wait for the rates to come down. If the rates get down back into 3s and 4s, then something has probably gone desperately wrong, and they're trying to make up for it. And that's really what that was all about. I think that if we, long term, NAR, the banks, everybody else, they're just projecting mid-6s. So if you got to go, you got to go. If you got to be someplace else, if you've got kids, all of a sudden, when COVID hit and the birth rate seemed to pick up a little bit around here, you see it in the churches and stuff, you see the young families and stuff, and that's great. That's great for the area. But, if you're in a 2-bedroom and you really need 3, maybe 4 now, you're going to do that. You're going to say, look, we got to take the hit, and we got to get these kids a little bit of space, or we got to get a little space from the rascals. Those are the kind of things that those life decisions are what make real estate keep moving forward.
There's a generation of home buyers that haven't seen anything above 5 until now.
Yeah.
And then there's us that are used to seeing 9, 10, 11, and 12 as being the norm.
Yeah.
So right now we're kind of in the limbo.
Historically, the 6s were a good number. The difference is when we were seeing 9, 10, 11, 12, the average sale price of a house was probably about $180,000. Now it's 3-something. So that makes you can't really compare those two numbers.
Well, you kind of can, Bob,
because the wages haven't kept up.
But they have. What was the minimum wage when it was 9, 10, 11? $3.50 an hour. Today it's $13, $14 an hour.
Yeah. people are having a much harder time trying to.
They're
to
not
make that
grasping it as well, but if they go
No.
back and look at the history, the minimum wage was way, way lower. And the price of homes, of course, I paid $27,500 for my first house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Back
That's
in
what we were.
1980, 81.
Yeah.
But today, you're not going to touch that very same home. Is going to cost you 110, 120 because of just a little 800 square foot house. But yeah, things have rolled with it. The thing that sticks the most in their minds is the interest rate.
Yeah.
Well, my dad had. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Your dad had it good.
Yeah.
But he wasn't making the money most of these kids.
Yeah,
are
well,
making
exactly.
today.
I mean, look, that's what inflation does. I mean, it eats up. You look at the price of cars, and like now, the eggs are a big deal. Any kind of the food stuff, the restaurants. I mean, you go to the restaurants; they're not as crowded as they were. They're getting by, but they're not as busy as they were because people don't have as much disposable income to be able to do that, and that's where the inflation hurts. So things will settle down as they get the energy prices down. That'll help across the board. That'll help.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
I mean, how long does it take to get it from the ground to the gas station?
It's a venture.
In the process, all the process in between there. So it's going to take a little while. We can drill, baby, drill, but you're not going to see that for 6 months maybe.
That has to have somewhere to go.
Yes. That's the other thing.
The
The
United
market.
States hasn't built a refinery since mid-'80s, probably.
Yeah.
A new total state-of-the-art refinery.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a little bit of time. Like you said, the biggest misnomer in that world is, whoa, golly, a barrel of oil is only $55 a barrel or $60 a barrel. Okay? What do you got to do to that barrel of oil to turn it into gasoline?
Oh, no question.
It's not an overnight process.
No. But it's an overnight process to raise the price of gasoline when something happens someplace and boom, it jumps a dime. It's like, wait a minute.
It went
Absolutely nothing happened in that truck.
From Monday
cause
morning
that.
to Wednesday morning, it went up 20 cents a gallon.
Yeah. And there's no way that it really went up that much.
No.
The cost of that product went up 20 cents.
Yeah. And
A
if you have-
gallon.
If you have a 1,000-gallon tank underground,
Yeah.
and you filled it up on Monday, and then all of a sudden on Wednesday you're getting 20 cents a gallon more, you didn't sell out that 1,000 gallons overnight.
Oh, no. And it shouldn't have jumped
But
that
there's
much
no,
anyway.
there's no
but
profit
that's a
in
whole
gasoline.
deal.
We make it off the groceries in the store.
That's right. They're just barely squeaking by. Barely squeaking by. But
Yeah,
those are the
we
kind
could
of
go
things.
on
But
for
those are the
days.
kind of things. Well, but those are the kind of things that affect, especially the kids, the first-time home buyers, the first-time, the younger generation coming up and trying to get started. It's hard. Although we're seeing more homes that are coming in at lower price points. We're seeing, some of them they're going to need work. So that's what you do. You take and you build some equity in the house. You fix this, repair that. It's not going to be like mom and, as we talked last week, it's not going to be like mom and dad's house, but you're going to make it yours. You're going to take that house and make it the way you and your family want it to be for you and your family, because everyone is unique in the way they want to live, the way they want their house to be. How big of a yard they want, how many bedrooms they need, how big do those bedrooms need to be. All considerations to go into, but some of the prices are down a little bit, and there's still, there's some. A VA loan is still good. FHA loans are good. They do a lot of FHA loans here because we're in that rural area that the government sees it, and when they pass it out, so you can do really well as far as how much you have to put down, how much you need to. What the seller may have to concede some things for you. That's great. So there's still opportunities to get out there and to look and to start the journey, figure out, go get pre-approved. In fact, Linda sent me a little, today being Valentine's Day, roses are red, violets are blue. If you're not pre-approved, no showings for you. So you want to make sure, see, I knew you'd like that. You want to make sure that you're ready to go. See how much you can afford. Let the bank tell you. Let Chris Nassari tell you. Whoever it is you're going to use, you go to them. See how much you can afford. So you're looking at the right price point. That's very, very important. So one, you're not disappointed, or else you may be surprised and say, "Oh, we could do this. I thought we could only do that." And if you got blips on your credit, they can help you get through all that. They can help you correct the mistakes the right way, not what you think is an important bill to pay off may not be the same thing that the credit agencies see that bill. This bill isn't as important as this bill is, and there's things that they can do to help you with that. So, as has been the message for years now, get pre-approved so you know what you're doing. If you're selling and you're going to be getting ready to move, no big projects, and be ready mentally and physically to go. It'd be kind of hard. We go out to people's houses, and that's been their dream home. They built that up to the way they got it, want it to be, and to be able to say goodbye to that can be very difficult. And we tell them your memories are with you forever. The house is just bricks and sticks, and those memories go with you no matter where you are. So if you're in either of those situations, to buy or sell, I mean, this is what we do all day, every day. This is all we do, and we've been doing it. And I think that there's something that we went through the recession in 08 and 09, and we've helped people in a variety of circumstances. And I think there's something to say for that, to have that time and grade, as it were, of helping people make that decision, help them to make clear decisions, and help them find the right home for the right time of their life.
Jewel Pendergrass, your broker, says
Yes.
date the rate.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what it is. I mean, and it's not going to be that. It's not going to be sevens forever. It'll come back down. If it gets back into the low sixes, okay, then do something about it. Then you can move forward like that. And there'll be times, as we do work down, we get down at 6. There'll be times when it'll take that drop. For a week. For whatever reason, it'll drop. Sometimes you see the headline, rates lowest in 2025. And it's down 0.02%. I mean, it's like, really, don't tease people with those kind of things. I mean, they're clickbait, as we see with so many other things. I was looking at rates this morning, and it was like, okay, we're still in about the same spot. Realistically, nothing's changed. But there's plans out there, there's programs out there that can help you with. Some of the banks have got different things going. Your guy at Bank of England's got a nice program for first-time home buyers right now. Go talk to some of these people. Go to your bank. You're not happy with them? Go to another bank. Go see one of the mortgage brokers. I say we use Chris Nassari all the time, because when you come out of there, you've got the golden ticket. You know exactly what you can do, and you know you're going to close. That's the important part. You know you're going to close. Stay off the internet. Local banks, local banks, local banks. They're the ones that take care of the baseball teams, all the other stuff, the food bank and all that. What do people, first thing they do when they need money for their charity, they go to one of the banks and say, hey, look, can you help us out? So you want to be a part of that. You want to help support the community. That's a great way to do it with local banks. And they're right across the desk from you. That's the most important thing. Getting to real business here. This week in real estate, there were 48 new listings came on the market, 6 commercial properties, 18 parcels of land, 26 homes came on the market. They ranged in price from $56,000 to $795,000. 2 of them are taking backups. There were 24 sales, 9 parcels of land, 15 homes sold. Those 15 homes ranged in price from $400,000 to $45,000. Average sale price was $204,000 with 113 days on market. 14 properties expired. There were 26 price changes. Currently, we have 365 homes listed on the MLS that you can walk in and buy. Year to date, for 2025, there's been 91 sales, residential sales, for $22 million. The average sale price is $252,000 with 97 days on market. Last year, there had been 97 homes that sold with an average sale price of $226,000 with 90 days on market. 2023, there had been 80 sales with an average sale price of $191,000. 2022, there had been 134 homes that had been sold year to date with an average sale price of $233,000. In 2021, there had been 100 sales, and in 2020, there had been 106 homes that sold with an average sale price of $152,000. So market keeps moving, the prices are holding up, but with 365 homes, we're seeing more price reductions coming in than, I mean, for a while that we were talking at the morning meeting, there were no price, nobody was, when they talk about changes, there were no price reductions. Now we're starting to see price reductions because it's not 2021 anymore. It's not 2022 anymore. We don't have that influx coming in as we did that. And we've got, I mean, for a while there, we were down in the double digits for homes available. We're now, we're 365 is a pretty healthy number.
Yeah.
So it's all supply and demand, and that's what it's all about.
How do they get you?
Call Linda. She's my honey. She's Linda. Guy called and says, "Are you the honey?" The other day, it was cute, and we're going out to his house tomorrow, and she said, "Yes, I am." She says, well, "I'm Linda." So called my honey Linda, and she's at 870-405-0793. The website, as you well know, is retiredtoarkansas.net. We wish you and all of you, and my honey especially, happy Valentine's Day. And if there's anything we can do, just give us a call and we'll help you out.
This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora. 870-405-0793 is his number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is the website. We'll be back in a few moments with Friday Sports.
Yep.